Before I begin, I want to apologize for the background noise. There's going to be dogs howling, there's going to be TV in the background, and I just creaked my chair, so that was not me farting, that was the chair, okay? Okay, so if there's background noise, that's why. And, okay, so I apologize for that before. And I'm doing the 20 things you didn't know about me tag started by Miss Cassandra or Diamonds and Heels. If you guys don't know who she is, check out her channel. I will try and link it down below. She's awesome, amazing, and so informative. I love her channel. She's one of my favorite gurus. Okay, so number one thing you guys didn't know about me is I hate the smell of flowers. It makes me nauseous. I can't stand it. I love how flowers look, but I hate how they smell. The second thing is I have a phobia for dolls or stuffed animals or any toy that has eyes. Ever since I was little, I've been scared of them. When I was little, I used to take all of my brothers and sisters' toys and I used to go and throw them into my mom and dad's room and then close the door. And my thoughts were, A, if the dolls decide to come alive at night and kill us all, my parents are bigger than them so they can probably take them, but if they can't, it'll give us time to run. I was a disturbed child, okay? My third is my favorite food is Chinese food. I love the buffet. I love the buffet and I love Panda Express. My favorite food is chow mein and orange chicken. And if I'm ever mad at you or mad at anyone and I say I'm never gonna forgive you, I will most likely forgive you if you get me Chinese food. It warms my heart. The fourth is I cry when I see other people cry and I don't know why. If I see someone cry, I will most likely start crying. I can't help it. It kills me inside to see someone cry. The fifth thing is I've probably read more books than people have in their entire lives. I used to read to the point where instead of my parents shoving books at me, they would take books away from me and be like, I'll give back your book if you do this. You have to do this before you get your book back, because I would read nonstop. The sixth thing is I tried learning the guitar 3 times and I failed epically. Like, that poor guitar, it sounded horrible. I have nothing else to say about that. I'm just not good at that. The seventh thing is my secret dream. Okay, so this is my secret dream when I was smaller, wink wink, was to own a library or donate a wing to a library or donate books, like sort of like a library but not really, books to children who don't have the privilege of going to school or attending school like we do, you know. So I think just books are the most important thing that we have. It's our history there. It's just entire worlds in pages, you know. I love books. The eighth thing is I once almost set the house on fire while cooking because I was frying something and then I covered the pot and I left to go watch TV, which you should never do, and I came back because, I went to go watch TV, I forgot. I came back, I was like, this smells weird. I like opened the pot and fire shot up to the ceiling. And in school they teach you, if you see fire, they're gonna throw water at it, you know. Not this like stop, drop, and roll, but before that, it's like if you want to put it out, throw water at it. So I did, and the oil jumped out at me, and for like 2 weeks after that, I walked around with blisters on my face and my arms. Okay. Ninth thing is I once dyed my hair 5 times in a day, which was horrible. I had to cut it off. Don't ever do that, ever. Another thing, so that was one time when I messed up my hair. Another time I messed up my brother's hair, my younger brother's hair. I have 2 brothers, but the youngest one, I messed up his hair because I left him bald patches because my mom made me cut his hair with the machine and I told her I didn't know how to use it and I needed to go to the restroom and she wouldn't let me into the restroom to pee until I cut his hair, which is from the start a very bad idea. So then I tried and I started and I was doing okay until he whispered, "Star, please don't mess up." And the moment he said that, I don't know why, I burst out laughing and it was like and he had like bald patches and like I told you guys, I have two brothers. They're both younger than me, and the older one, he sharpied his head in and he hated me for the longest time. It took a lot of apologizing for him to forgive me. The 10th thing is my favorite junk food in the entire world is hot Cheetos with chamoy and pickle juice. I just love it so much and it makes me sick sometimes, but I can't stop eating it. It's addicting. 11th thing is I can't do winged eyeliner unless I tilt my head to the side and then make a straight line, because otherwise they come out crooked. One will come out winged and the other one will come out lopsided. The 12th thing is I don't know how tall I am. For the longest time I thought I was 5'3" until I figured out that someone who was way shorter than me was like around 5'3", and I was just like, okay, I'm not 5'3". So currently, like as of now, I don't know how tall I am. I know I'm not short, but I know I'm not really tall. I'm average. Yeah. The 13th thing is I have a weird habit of swallowing when I talk and like making this weird face, and I can't help it. Like you guys probably noticed it in my videos. Like I'll just be like, and then I'll keep talking, and I don't know why, and I do it without noticing it until people have pointed it out, but I can't help it. And the 14th thing is, I used to want to cry whenever I had to talk in front of people, because like I'm the kind of person who reads and writes things down, and that's how I express myself. I can't talk. I'm not that great of a speaker, and when I do have to speak, I start freaking out. It's gotten better, but when I was smaller, I used to want to cry every time I had to speak in front of people or talk to people I didn't know. The 15th thing is I have a birthmark like right here, and it's shaped like a hickey because it's round and it's on my neck and on the side. Hello. And my entire life I've had to explain to people that it's a birthmark. It's much more simple to say it like that. But I've had to explain to people that this is a birthmark. I will always remember the first day of 4th grade, my teacher called me over and he was asking me, like, what is that? He was all concerned. Well, he didn't say what is that at first. He was kind of leading to it. He was telling me that they had staff who could help me, and he was concerned about me. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm like really confused. What's happening? And then he was like, okay, let me just say, what is that? And I was just like, my birthmark. And then he looked at it and he was like, oh, and his face turned really red, and he was like, I'm so sorry. I was just concerned, and I was just making sure. And I was just like, wow, this is pretty awkward. And after that it was like weird. That's why a lot of times I wear my hair down, and I've tried covering up with makeup, but then my thought is, if one day I can't cover it up, like if I'm in a rush and I can't cover it up with makeup, people will be like, you're a liar, that's not a birthmark because that wasn't there yesterday, So I've learned to accept my weird birthmark. Of all places, why did it have to be here, just why? The 16th thing is, there was a period, so my camera cut off, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the last 6 things. The 16th thing is, I used to use a broom for a guitar, and I used to headbang to music that had a lot of, like to soft rock, that had a lot of guitar solos. That's my dad getting mad at my brothers. The 17th thing is my favorite colors are baby blue, mint green, and coral pink. Those are my 3 favorite colors. The 18th thing is I love country music. My favorite artists are John Mayer, because he's my future husband, and Adam Levine from Maroon 5, because he is perfection incarnated. And the 19th thing is I'm a vegetable fanatic. I love vegetables more than meat. And the 20th thing is that I can't pronounce decision. I can say it in Spanish, decisión, and I can say precise and things like that, but I can't say decision. So because my dad is making us go to sleep now because it's late, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. But I hope that you guys can go ahead and do this tag video, and I hope you guys don't think that I'm as crazy now, even though I am. But go subscribe to Cassandra because she's beautiful and her videos are amazing.